Hey everyone, Gonzo here, bringing you my review of Chapter 54 of Attack on Titan, Place of the Counterattack. Please keep in mind that the title of the chapter may differ depending on which translation site you use. And for you anime-only fans, here's your obligatory spoiler alert. Let's get the ball rolling, shall we?
I'm fresh.
You gotta
be fresh.
So right off the bat, we see a young Historia with the mysterious dark-haired woman. The latter is impressed by the young girl's knack for reading and encourages her to act more like a girl. Historia asks what that means, and the dark-haired woman explains that it's to become someone people will love, so everyone will love and help each other and all that mushy stuff, because the world is a harsh, merciless, and to use Mikasa's words, cruel place. Historia declares she wants to be like the dark-haired woman, prompting her to exclaim Historia is fine the way she is. Now there are two ways to interpret that. Either the woman is recanting her command because she doesn't want Historia to be like her, or she realized Historia is already loving and her command therefore has already been met. Or both. After that, things get kinda confusing. The woman tells Historia to forget her, and then something clicks, or they headbutt, or something happens, and then Historia can't remember who she is as she climbs over the fence and disappears from her life and memory. She wakes up back in the present in a room with Eren, and we all get that conversation we've been wanting. Well, sort of. Eren apologizes to her for not being able to do hardening, surprise, surprise, and asks about her wanting to save Ymir. Historia immediately responds by saying that she has no right to save Ymir because Ymir made her own choice. She continues saying that all she has left are the circumstances of her birth and a role which she cannot fulfill. Awkward silence ensues.
And it was awkward for everyone!
Historia then admits she's jealous of Eren and the others for knowing what they want to do with their lives and whatnot, despite the monstrous obstacles in the way, no pun intended. She feels like she has no control or direction in her own life. Eren retorts, saying basically that he who hesitates is lost, as is everything he or she cares about. Historia explains that when she was Krista, she could be kind, but who she is as Historia is empty, she doesn't know. Then Eren says she was fake and creepy when she was Krista, in hopes of encouraging her. Sounds like a classic Mikasa speech, right? Well, Eren quickly follows that up by telling her that she's normal now, which is good, more or less. The scene jumps to Armin and Jean in the warehouse factory type whatever thing they're in, and we see three men walk in and wonder where all the guards went. Enter Mikasa and Levi, who swiftly dispose of the two henchmen, allowing Jean and Armin to tie them all up after Mikasa executes a textbook tackle. Suddenly, a gun is drawn, but Sasha destroys it with a well-aimed arrow. Now let's just take a moment to bask in Sasha's badassness.
You're so fucking cool, holy shit!
Anyway, Levi begins an interrogation with the large guy who claims to be a petty cab driver. However, Mikasa recalls him as the merchant who blocked the gate in Trost during the attack and disposes of his feeble lie. Turns out, he's a hotshot president of some business, and then he's taken elsewhere. We see Levi and the fat man Reeves sitting atop a wall at Trost. Reeves explains the brigade, whom I'm assuming is the Central Military Police, forced him to capture Eren and Historia for them under command of the king, lest all their possessions be seized. Levi calls the brigade a bunch of idiots, and Reeves lashes back by saying Levi's scouting legion gets killed by bumbling monsters who don't even wear clothes. Levi reminds him that he has the power to kill Titans too. Reeves understands where Levi is going with that, and confesses he's afraid he'll lose more men. Levi dismisses this like any leader from the scouting legion would, and says if he doesn't stand up to them, Trost and its people will be forced to leave and will most likely die. Reeves says it could be avoided if he could just hand over Eren and Krista, and Levi surprisingly offers to relinquish them on 3 conditions. Before I get to that, however, I'd like to point out that Reeves referred to Historia as Krista, which implies the Central Military Police used the name Krista when discussing her to him. Perhaps they don't know everything about her past, or would rather just keep Reeves in the dark about her true identity. Anyway, the first condition is that Reeves and his company will assist the Scouting Legion in overthrowing the government. Second, Reeves will put his full trust in the Scouting Legion, and you all know how much I love talking about trust in this series. The third condition is that any rare or luxury items Reeves gets his stubby little sausages on will be given over to the Scouting Legion, to which Sasha loudly chimes in. Reeves appreciates Levi's tenacity and agrees to help. Later, Reeves is leading Sades, however you pronounce his name, really, and the military police to where he's captured Aaron. In their haste, the wagon carrying Sades falls off a cliff right into the Scouting Legion's hands. When he wakes up, he is tied to a chair while a blood-covered Levi and the revenge-seeking Hanji stand before him with an arsenal of tools used for, let's say, extracting information. While they have a nice little chat, Erwin is explaining that the government is ignoring the people for their own gain and must be stopped. To whom is Erwin speaking? None other than our old friend Dot Pictius of the Garrison Regiment. So while there wasn't much going on in terms of action, we received a heaping helping of character development, some explanations here and there, an insight into the dark-haired woman, and a clear focus of where this next arc is taking us. Looks like we'll be seeing some bad blood being shed before we venture back to Wall Maria and the Titan Shifter's homeland, and with Isayama's mind at work, I'm excited for what's to come. So with another chapter down, we anxiously wait once again. With all that's happened and what has yet to come, who do you trust?